New study reveals that in primates, including monkeys, apes, and humans, there is a direct connection between thumb length and brain size. The researchers examined 94 species, some living today and others extinct, and found that the longer the thumb, the larger the brain tends to be. The surprising discovery was that this link is particularly tied to a part of the brain called the neocortex, the region responsible for thought, planning, and comprehension. The findings show that this relationship is not unique to humans, but also exists among other primates, suggesting that the evolution of the hand and the brain advanced together. In other words, as primates developed the ability to use their hands and thumbs in a delicate and precise way, their brains evolved in parallel. However, there are exceptions. For example, the species Australopithecus sediba, which lived about 2 million years ago, displayed a particularly long thumb in relation to a relatively small brain. The researchers suggest this was linked to a mixed lifestyle, both climbing trees and using hands on the ground. The researchers used measurements of thumb bones from museums and existing fossil data. They calculated the length of the first metacarpal bone, the one connecting the thumb to the hand, and compared it with estimated brain sizes. They also used phylogenetics, that is, evolutionary analysis based on relationships among different species, to see whether this pattern repeated itself over and over throughout evolution. The scientists discovered that the connection between thumb and brain was not just a straight line, but seemed to occur in several different stages of primate evolution. In other words, it was not a single event, but a process that recurred across different evolutionary lineages. The conclusion is that refined control of the hands, such as grasping objects and using tools, was not merely a mechanical matter, but was directly tied to the development of advanced cognitive abilities. This places human evolution as part of a much broader primate process, rather than as a completely unique phenomenon.